This is Fieldsports Channel News. A man in a tractor has sprayed hunt saboteurs. Members of the Sheffield Hunt Saboteurs group were intimidating the Barlow hunt near Chesterfield in Derbyshire when the tractor turned up and the driver turned on the slurry pump. According to the Sheffield Sabs, the farmer also hit members of the Manchester and Lincoln Hunt Sabs. One of them told the Derbyshire Times it was cold and wet and smelly and really unhygienic. Our Hunt Sab story from last week has bumped the government into promising increased trespass laws. It's now a manifesto commitment, and Conservative Party officials told the Daily Telegraph that actions like those taken by hunt saboteurs in our film will be illegal under new rules. A bank is closing a gun shop's account, apparently because it doesn't like guns. HSBC is closing Braces of Bristol's bank account for security reasons, says gun shop owner Dan Poole. The bank has been interviewing Mr. Poole about his business throughout most of 2019. Mr. Poole has been a personal customer of HSBC for more than 20 years.
I think it's the firearms. They just don't want to be associated with it. They said on the phone when they phoned me up to tell me they were going to close the account that we were deemed as high risk.
Did they say what the high risk was?
No, they sort of said, we basically put the information to a team and they come back with a reply.
And did they say anything about why this would be high risk for HSBC, or the fact that you were high risk? Did they say they make a distinction?
No, they didn't, no. It's
time to help keep pigeon shooting in England and Wales. DEFRA's general licences consultation ends tomorrow, the 5th of December at 11:45 p.m. Please take part in the government survey, which will inform ministers on which pest species we can shoot in 2020. There's a link in the description below. Shooters are becoming increasingly worried about bird ringers who use trophy shots on social media. With up to 80% of rare hen harriers dying in their first year, pictures like this of a hen harrier chick in the hands of a bird watcher aren't helping. You can see its parent overhead. And this picture shows a bird watcher with a golden eagle in what looks like a case of unnecessary disturbance. The Soil Association Scotland is backing a game bird marketing programme. The association's Rural Innovation Support Service has brought together estates working with Fife-based game processor Woodmill Game to explore new markets for game birds, which will produce pies, sausages and burgers, as well as pheasant breasts and whole pheasants. The news comes in the week that supermarket chain Waitrose reports soaring demand for game meat in the run-up to Christmas. There's a threat to the River Test in the south of England. A US company wants to build a waste-to-power incinerator overlooking one of the Test's main tributaries, the River Deva. The incinerator will have chimneys 80 metres tall and require 135 million litres of water every year to run. Find out more at bintheincinerator.co.uk. 30 ornamental carp, some of which were still alive, have been dumped near Basingstoke. Fieldsports Channel viewer Darren Barkham found the fish while walking his dog. He reported it to the RSPCA. The spokesman for the Nordic Safari Club has landed himself in trouble with the antis. Jens Ulrich Hoeg successfully trolled an anti-hunting group on Facebook with this picture. It shows him with a mouse he caught under his sink. The Expose Trophy hunting page clearly thinks it's large and it's rare. He also produced this film with his wife's goldfish about the perils of the UK ban on trophy imports. It's worth a watch. The Association of Danish Bow Hunters and the Danish Hunters Association are looking to merge. Following a loosening of regulations to allow bow hunters to go after large game in Denmark, officials at the two organisations are looking for a unified, stronger voice. We are sorry to report the death of Antoine Berton, editor-in-chief on Chasseur Français for 18 years and a friend of Fieldsports Channel. He was a journalist, writer, renowned chef and a keen hunter. ITV has misrepresented hunting in a recent news report on wildlife in Africa. It said in the film that dying elephants had to be relocated from a hunting reserve. ITV failed to say that the problem was a lack of hunting. The area is one of more than 9,000 fenced private areas in South Africa with what are called hunting exemptions, meaning that the landowner can manage the game populations. However, this landowner did not allow hunting, and as a result of his mismanagement, his reserve became overpopulated, which led to starvation. As New Zealand buys back banned guns in the wake of new gun regulation, it faces the wrath of gun owners for a data breach. A government database of some 70,000 gun owners containing details of the firearms they own and their banking information was apparently available for the public to access before it was abruptly taken down over the weekend. Americans are in a muddle about what they think of wildlife. That's the conclusion of a study by 3 universities on behalf of 2 fish and wildlife agencies associations. Titled America's Wildlife Values, it reached surprising conclusions, including that most Americans think it's wrong to destroy wolves that killed livestock and black bears that attack people, but they think it's okay to destroy coyotes that kill their pets. And finally, a trail hunter with the Warwickshire Hunt got a surprise from a big bird. With the hounds in full cry nearby, an escaped South American rhea suddenly appeared on the road and started chasing this poor hunter as he trotted to keep up with the hunt. He had to put on an extra spurt of speed to escape it. The headline, coming up the rear. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts.